Jr. was stabbed by a deranged woman. At 29, he almost died. On the afternoon of September 20, 1958, the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. was autographing books in the shoe section of Blumstein's department store in Harlem when a well-dressed woman wearing rhinestone glasses stepped out of the long line and shouted, "Is this Martin Luther King?" King looked up from signing copies of his first book, Stride Toward Freedom, The Montgomery Story, his memoir about the Montgomery bus boycott. The year-long boycott had led to a Supreme Court ruling that racial segregation on public buses was unconstitutional, and King, its leader, was rising in national and international prominence. King, then 29, answered, "Yes, it is." That's when Izola Ware Curry, the black daughter of sharecroppers, pulled a letter opener with an ivory handle from her purse and swung at King. The civil rights leader tried to block the attack. Curry sliced King's hand before plunging a 7-inch blade into the left side of King's chest, according to the Martin Luther King Jr. Research and Education Institute at Stanford University. King, Negro boycott leader, stabbed here, blared a September 21, 1958, headline in the New York Daily News, which reported that the police had arrested Curry, 42, outside the department store as she was trying to get into a taxi. A passerby quoted her as shouting, "I've been after him for 6 years," according to the Daily News. "I'm glad I done it." Detectives said she apparently was a mental case, according to a 1958 Associated Press report, and had a loaded pistol concealed in the front of her dress. Amazingly, a photographer captured an image of King immediately after the attack. The photograph shows King sitting in a chair, with the letter opener still in chest. King was rushed to Harlem Hospital, where police detectives, fearing King might die immediately from the wound, took Curry to his bed so he could identify her. King, who still had the blade in his chest, was composed. He identified the woman as his attacker before he was rushed into a 4-hour surgery. 2 of his ribs and part of his breastplate were removed. Doctors later told him that had he sneezed, the blade, which was lodged near his aorta, could have killed him. A decade later, on the night before his assassination, King described the stabbing in his famous mountaintop sermon. It was his final address, delivered April 3, 1968 in Memphis, where King had returned to support a sanitation workers' strike. The sermon at Bishop Charles Mason Temple was prescient. "And I want to thank God, once more, for allowing me to be here with you," King told the crowd, recalling the moment he was attacked. "The next minute, I felt something beating on my chest," King recalled. "Before I knew it, I had been stabbed by this demented woman. I was rushed to Harlem Hospital. It was a dark Saturday afternoon, and that blade had gone through, and the x-rays revealed that the tip of the blade was on the edge of my aorta, the main artery. And once that's punctured, you drown in your own blood. That's the end of you." It came out in the New York Times the next morning that if I had merely sneezed, I would have died. During King's recovery in the hospital, he received letters from across the country and the world. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.